Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
I can't hear you. Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
It is live on my end. Do you see the clock running?
Not on my end. To get better sound quality and avoid echo, please use a mic or headset to call in. It's saying I'm offline because I'm on with you. How am I supposed to call in? Are you there?
I am here.
Okay.
And the clock is ticking already.
All right. Well, you're getting my voice coming through your computer.
Yes.
So
We'll see.
because I haven't made a Podbean account.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here with you.
This is Awoke World, and here we are. My name is Annette,
And my name is Dana.
and we are broadcasting from somewhere in the US, spread out.
We're happy
And
to be here.
we are. And we decided to start this to just have some real conversations of what is going on out in the world and how to reflect some positivity and how to raise some consciousness of what the world is living day to day.
It's important to have a lot of self-love through all this and a lot of self-care. Um, and to try to look at things from an observation viewpoint.
Right. There's been, I think, a lot of fear. That will be the main thing that I will say. There's a big cloud, and Dana and I have known each other for a while and sharing thoughts and ideas. Like, we agreed that like fear has been kind of the main factor that has been clouding, I will say, clouding everybody's judgment and everybody's view on what the reality is and what it's true within. Uh, and I think it's time to start to clear that cloud.
I agree. And the opposite of fear is love. And so if we can get ourselves in a place where we can touch into our own divinity and connect in with the earth and the universe and start bringing in that unconditional love, just start breathing it in because it affects our vibration and our frequency. And if you start to breathe in the frequency of unconditional love and just holding that in your heart as you move through the world, your vibration will help to quell the fear.
Right, and I like that you said vibration. I think a lot of, I think it's a concept that is not um, being broadcasted enough yet on how, like right now, the as a humanity we are like being completely coated and surrounded by this like fear cloud,
Yeah.
and fear is a very low vibrational type of energy. Um, and it isn't like when you're aware of where we are at, then we can do some things and some practices to like become above that vibration, like above that fear cloud. And that's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah. And again, it's like we are vibrational beings. The earth is vibrating at a certain frequency. Um, Normal vibration is 7.82 hertz, I believe. But if you've been paying attention to the frequency of the earth, her frequency has been going off the charts. There's actually like a little website that you can go and look on and get that. I don't have that link right now, but maybe we can add it in later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So um, what are some things that you've been doing, for example, to raise yourself and not um, get clouded by the fear?
I think the first thing for me, and I've done this for several years now, is I turned off the news. I stopped watching the news because all they do is put out fear. It's like they keep us in this state of fight or flight, right? And it's hard to move past that if that's what you're feeding inside of you, is hearing all this fear projected all the time. um, and so I totally turned off all news and I stopped watching it because of that. And I noticed that when I would watch it, that I would start to feel all panicky inside, and I would feel that fear rise up in me. And I'm an empath, and so I feel everything. And as it is, when I walk out into the world, I can pick up the fear that people are feeling. And so one thing that I had to do is really start connecting in more with the earth. I moved out of the city to be in the country where I had trees and water, where I could just like regenerate myself and be in a different type of frequency.
Yeah, I like that. Uh, Being an empath as well as I remember when this whole uh, thing started, like I also fell into it like for like a day or so, and it is true, like you said, like I could feel my heart started racing, and like I that anxiety kind of like
Mm-hmm.
just like started boiling up, like just going up, and like it took me, yeah, like about 24 or 48 hours to like, okay, like I had to, like what I do is kind of get out of myself, step out of myself and go like, okay, let's look at things objectively here. Is like what is really going on, and kind of just pay attention to how it really feels. Like my practice is like tuning in to what do I really feel inside, because I
Yeah.
think all of us have that innate intuition of what is true for us.
Mm-hmm.
um, and I think it's an important practice to just kind of pause, just pause, take a step back of everything that is out there, and take a breath and tune in, and it's like, okay, what is this for real for
Right.
me? Like what does this represent for me? What does it really mean to me? And I think um, we have been educated, and it is frowned upon to just hear that inner voice, um, to just follow that inner guidance. But we all have it. We all have that inner voice that is like, I will really invite everyone to like just pause right now and just stop, step back and ask yourself, what is this really? Like, what does it feel to you? Does it feel true? Does it feel as big as it is painted to be out there?
Yeah.
Um, and I know when I did it, I was like, no, it doesn't. Um, to me in particular, it feels false. I'm going to say, like I can sense a bigger truth. Let's put it that way. Um, Kind of going above the fear. And I think visualization is something that we can, it's a tool that is very valid. So for those out there that is hard to tune in with that voice that you haven't practiced for a while, if you haven't practiced at all, I think just visualizing that, like right now, you're in that super dense cloud of fear. And just imagine what would it be like if you just stop for a second, step outside of yourself and step up. So it's like that, stepping out and stepping up, um, and see what you see.
Kind of seeing it from like a bird's eye view.
Yes.
Yeah. I so agree with that. And one of the things you said was taking that breath. In today's society, people are so rushed. And I think that this past few months, people have been forced to kind of slow down. But I'm curious as, have they noticed their breath? Are they breathing deeply? Or are they letting that fear kind of inhibit the breath, which is cutting off the oxygen supply? Um, I find that breathing and really connecting, one of the visualizations that I like to do is imagine breathing in the earth energy through the soles of my feet, up the back of my spine, and breathing it out into the cosmos, into the heavens above, and then breathing unconditional love from the heavens down into my heart, and really allowing that unconditional love to fill my heart, kind of like transforming any fear that might be in there, and then just taking that out of my heart and wrapping it around me like a big cosmic hug, and breathing it down the rest of my body back down into the earth, and keeping it like cyclical, breathing from the earth into the heavens above, unconditional love, and like really feeling that earth heaven connection, as above so below.
I like that. Because everything is a cycle, right?
Yeah.
Like everything is in and out, and as within, so without. Like
Mm-hmm.
it is law. Um, but yeah,
Microcosm of the macrocosm.
yeah, right. Um, yeah, but I love that because like I've done a lot of exercises also connecting to Gaia, and like when I pause and I got out of the fear cloud, um it feels like, well, the way I felt Gaia was like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah. And to me, like it just feels like you're putting on a shield of protection, like bringing that divine energy down in you, and like you emanate that divinity from above, from within, going out. And literally, like it can help clear that fear cloud.
Yeah. Yeah, because we go back to love, right?
Right.
Love is the most powerful energy there is.
Yeah.
Um, Love can conquer it all, people say. And I think it is true. Like, love is such a pure, high vibration energy.
Yeah.
Um, that when, like, just plain and simple, right now, going out, it seems that whether we are covering our faces or not is frowned upon if you're decide not to. And like I've love is everywhere, and I think we can share and we can project that love in so many ways.
I agree.
When that covering our faces was first set up to be mandatory, it was really hard for me because I'm used to smiling a lot when interacting with people, like crossing people over. And I realized uh, I will pass by and I will smile, but wait, they didn't see me smile. So
Right.
they had, like, they still have this, like, very serious, very, um, just kind of sunk feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, no, this is not working. Like I don't, I'm not, I'm not sharing my love. Like I'm not spreading it the way um, it usually works. So I recently heard someone saying, "My freedom doesn't have to end where your fear begins," um, regarding this matter,
I
and I
like
like
that.
that. Yeah, I like that. So I've I've been practicing that. Because it's like, okay, my freedom in this case is like I choose to spread love and hope and joy because this too shall pass, and our bodies and our world, they are so powerful,
Yes,
so powerful. It's like our body knows, has and knows everything it needs to do to keep us alive.
it does, and it knows how to heal us. And the other point is when our vibration is low and we're stuck in that fear, it makes our immune system plummet. And when we are in love and we are vibrating at a much higher frequency, that virus can't get in there.
Right.
It's like it cannot penetrate because the vibration is too high. It's like a force field, literally.
Yep.
And it's really interesting because I was thinking that the other day too. It's like I look at these masks, it's like, are they a mask or a muzzle? Are they to keep us shut up, keep us in our
Yeah.
place? Yeah, exactly. you know um
Yeah.
and when you're out in public and you're seeing like people, like you can't see people's reaction. A smile is contagious, right? A
Yeah.
smile uplifts people. They can't see you smile. Like it's hard to bring them up to where you are if you can't even connect with the social cues.
Yeah, because I mean, it is said that what is it like? Communication is what is it like 80% nonverbal.
Nonverbal.
So it's like okay, like a lot of it is face, and I mean, it really reflects in all the body right now because people are like even standing off and backwards, and it's like it is all backwards, literally.
Yeah.
Um, and um, I like that because I think going back to the practice of just kind of pausing, taking a breath, and stepping back is realizing how unnatural that is.
Yeah.
Like noticing how it feels in our body. And I will dare to say that for most of us, it is unnatural.
Yeah.
Um, and Abraham Hicks speaks a lot about following that inner guidance, like that inner emotional um, scale. And it's like if it doesn't feel right, like if depending of how bad, so to speak, bad it feels, that's how far we are from connecting to our inner source, to our divine. And so if it feels off, it's because it is.
Exactly.
If it feels unnatural, it's because it is. Therefore, it's like that is our inner guidance saying, hey, no, that's not the way to go. Like that's not where it is. And so it's kind of tearing like the other way and trying something else. I came across a friend the other day, doing some grocery shopping, and I'm a hugger.
I'm a
Just like
hugger too.
I
Come on.
think that, and I haven't seen her for a while, obviously. And so my inner reaction was like to move aside the shopping cart and like go, oh my goodness. Like, so I opened my arms and she stepped backwards. And I was like, like it
It
hurt.
hurts.
Yeah. And I was like, dang it. Like it's just hard, but I was like, this is not natural.
Mm-mm.
And she was like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, no, that's fine. I forget. Um, But it's like, I've been thinking about you. It's really nice to see you. I was just thinking about you the other day. And so, yeah, so just, the regular, how are you? And it's like, are you staying healthy? Seems to be the question that everybody says these days. You're
Right?
staying healthy. It's like, well, aren't we always supposed to stay healthy? Like, why suddenly it's the thing that everybody
Right.
wants to find out? It's like, are you staying healthy? Well, if I'm not, my body knows what to do.
Exactly. And that's, it's interesting too, because like you hear them talk about asymptomatic carriers, and listening to this one particular doctor who talked about like healthy immune systems. It's like if you have a healthy immune system, you're not going to get sick.
Mm-hmm.
And like that makes sense. Like we're healthy. So, yeah, I've been listening to a lot of doctors talk about what they're seeing in their own practices. And, like you said, like we have this all backwards. And we need the germs and stuff so that our body knows how to make a defense against them. And so
Right.
using like all this hand sanitizer stuff, and it it could actually have a bad effect on us later on.
Yeah, I've heard two similar conversations as well. But and to me, it just makes sense, right? Because we go back to what the body naturally does.
Right.
Um, it is like I am a firm believer of mind over matter, and that everything is psychosomatic. So if I'm not going through anything, like I don't get sick, and I don't get sick. Um,
And yet, if we
Whenever
have
I,
not addressed our emotions, it shows up somatically in our body.
yeah,
As a
exactly.
somatic art therapist, like I work with the body all the time. And so, and you can see like when emotions and situations are resolved, pain can instantaneously be cured. But it's like your body is giving you the warning signals and going, hey, listen to me, I'm here, I'm trying to talk to you. And if like you don't slow down, you don't take that breath, you don't tune inward, it's hard to really even process anything, because like our society is just go 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 go.
Mhm. Yeah, and not with a lot of focus on what's going inside. And
Yeah.
God, we can go in so many directions from here. Like we arrive at a point that we can go in so many directions, but like I would say, like yes, pain is the body's way of saying, "Hey, there's something wrong here. Like, hear me out." Um, but it's funny because like after 7 years with my husband, he said to me the other day, he's like, I think you're into something, when because he's like, you don't get sick, you don't ever get sick. Because I've been telling, like, every time something happens, he knows my question is going to be like, well, what are you dealing with inside, right? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what have you gotten out, or what haven't you said? And he like huffs and puffs, but like the other day is like, I think you're right. I think if you were to get it, you're not gonna get sick because you don't believe in it. It's like, you got your shit together. So it's like, nope, it's not gonna happen. And I just laugh. I'm like, oh my god, wait, say that again. um so yeah, I really think all of those asymptomatic people are the ones that are just more aware
Yeah.
and more present to what is going on in their bodies, to a healthy lifestyle, to being above the cloud of fear, to just having that as a daily practice.
Yeah,
um, because it's all about just the daily practice.
it
It's literally.
is. And it's interesting too, because they talk a lot about mindfulness and meditation, and it's true. It's like when you put effort into creating your day, um, miracles can literally happen. The impossible becomes possible.
Yeah.
um, like our minds, our beings are so incredibly powerful, and people just have not woke up yet to actually realize that when we work together and we put our minds together, like we could have instant transformation.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes all of us coming together and really visualizing a better way of living, a better way of being in relationship with each other, a better way of being in relationship with ourselves.
Yeah, and I like that how you brought that full circle with um, being awake. Because I think this is the perfect gift
Yeah.
in the end, uh, to come back to ourselves and look within without fear. Because I think perhaps, well, I won't say perhaps, likely for a lot of people out there, it's been even more fearful to look within. So
Yeah.
it's like fear is present both in and out, right? Inside and
Mm-hmm.
out. Like for whatever is coming out, for them inside and emotions and what is being played outside. But in the end, everything is a reflection of our vibration. Everything is a reflection of our state of consciousness. So just breaking that barrier of fear, just getting past it and letting it sit. Whatever is coming up, it's like just sit with it.
Yeah.
Let it be present. Let it flow. Deepak Chopra says emotions are just energy in motion. Um, I love that. That is one of my favorites. It's like because when we stop the flow is when everything happens. Like with all the chaos and all the diseases and all the anxiety. So it's like just let it flow and see what comes next.
Yeah. Very good points. And even like just with you talking, like I just noticed like a bunch of emotion come up, and just feeling into that. Like my wish for humanity, like it doesn't have to be this way, you know? It's like we can create a better life for all of us. You know, we have to work together, not be above one another or below one another, but be in community, to be in unity. Um, and all the forces, the dark forces that are trying to create the havoc and work, and organize all these riots, and it's just interesting to observe it, and seeing people actually call the other people out and ask them what they're doing. It's like, you know, this is our community. We want our community to be healthy. We want our people to survive this and to thrive.
Right. Um, yeah, and I think that's, I mean, going back to what we can do as a humanity to practice in creating a better world, an awoken world.
Yeah.
Uh, I think this is being a gift of contrast, right? Like our world has been divided for quite a while, of
Yes.
like left versus right, up versus down, one color versus the other, um, one view versus the other, like you name it, there is an example for it. But and I think this has become like a very physical, right in your face um, reality of the contrast.
Yeah.
I think of the world that we want to create,
Right.
co-create, and live in. So it's like, okay, the contrast is showing up, people. Like the contrast is right here on our faces.
We
It's
can
like, is
choose to
this
be
really?
divided
Yeah,
or united.
exactly. It's like, is this really what we want? And I think I will say for most of us, no, because it's unnatural
Right.
to be divided. It's unnatural to be separated and so disconnected. It goes against our nature.
Yeah.
So I'm really, hoping that this is the Earth's shaking point of wake up.
Yeah.
And it's time to then focus on what we do want.
Exactly.
Like having the clarity of, okay, then what is the world that we do want to live in? How are the interactions that we do want to have? What is the response, not reaction, to what happens in our world um, that we want to start to practice and implement?
Absolutely. I 100% agree. Just taking that breath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good. It's good.
it is good.
Okay. Well, on my clock, it shows 30 minutes. It goes fast.
It does go fast.
Um, do we want to share like a practice that people can do out there to?
I could guide them in the little connecting from heaven to above and do like a little quick meditation.
Okay.
And I just want to start with this little prayer that I like to do. God is within me, God without me. May I complete this day in beauty and love. And if you close your eyes and just start to feel your body, feel into it. Taking a nice, deep, full breath. Breathing in and allowing your lungs to expand. And noticing how far down your breath can go. Does your breath get caught somewhere along the way? Take a deeper breath. See if you can get your breath to go all the way down to your belly. And as you continue to breathe, imagining pulling the earth energy up through the soles of your feet, breathing that up into your body, feeling the calmness of the earth, and breathing that calmness out into the universe, into the stars above you. And taking a deep breath and breathing down unconditional love from the divine down into your heart. Really allowing your heart to expand with unconditional love, allowing you to vibrate at the frequency of love, and taking that love from your heart and just making it so big, letting it encircle you like a big cosmic hug, and breathing the rest of the energy back down into the earth, connecting into the heart of Gaia, and continuing that process. Breathing up. Breathing the energy, pulling the energy up with each breath until you get to the top of your head. Breathing that out into the stars above. And again, breathing down divine, unconditional love. Allowing your heart to fill with the vibration of love, of allowance, of acceptance. And breathing that back down into the earth, right into the heart of Gaia, helping to calm the earth. And breathing her vibration back up into you one more time, circling it up through the back of your spine, up the top of your head. Breathing that unconditional love, unconditional acceptance, awareness into your heart. Wrapping it around you again like a shield of protection, a shield of love, and breathing it back down into the earth. And knowing that any time you can use your breath to connect to unconditional love and to the divine, breathing it into your hearts and exhaling it out into the world, breathing out love to conquer the fear, to bring peace to those around you. And know that if you do this practice every day, you will become a beacon of love with every step you take upon this earth. And when you're ready, open your eyes.
Thank you.
So much possibility.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna say, just sit on it. I'm gonna say, like, to those listening, is like, just stop and feel it.
Yeah.
It's like, tune in. There's like a, yeah,
A wave.
yeah, like, yes, a wave. It's like, it's hard to explain. It's like, it's just so much love, so much love. Like, Gaia has so much love for us.
Yeah.
And she's guiding us towards awakening.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay.
I'd
Well,
also like to say that we are available for individual sessions. If anybody needs help processing emotions, I am a licensed mental health counselor, and you are a...
and I am energy healer as well.
Yeah.
We are here to provide support.
Yeah, we want to be able to support you in any way that we can, and you can reach us via our email at awokeworld@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And if you like this, tune in for next week. Please feel free to share and comment. I believe there's a way that you can comment and or
like,
in
and
like.
we're figuring this out, so be
Yep.
gentle with us as we learn as we go.
Yeah, this was our first, but I think for first it went pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, till
Signing
next
off.
time.